I am not happy, my friends. Whew, I am not happy at all. Not even slightly. One might even say I'm rather angry because this is the stupidest shit I have ever had the displeasure of having had brought to my attention. This is nothing. My colossal, veiny fucking brain could be, at any given point in time, being used for... I could be playing video games. I could be counting the holes in my ceiling tiles. I could be... I don't know. There's something that I could be doing. But instead of that, instead of the myriad ways in which I could be applying my intelligence, my creativity, my will to life to this world, I am instead forced, cruelly and against my will, to talk about this bitch. Right here. That show properly? To monitor Andy? Nope. There we go. This'n. Jessica Yaniv. Have you heard of this person? I sure hadn't until earlier today, but apparently they now matter because they're trans. And because they're trans, everything stupid they do instantly becomes a fucking political marker representative of all trans people, and everyone who hates trans people gets to use them as an example of what's wrong with trans people. Who is this bitch? Let's find out. Let's look right here, okay? Editor-in-chief of TrustedNerd.com. Well, that's their website because it's their handle, so that's not like a news website or anything. Model, product reviewer, digital marketing expert, LGBTQ2SIA and human rights activists, pronoun she, her, hers. Okay? So what do we learn from this? Literally nothing except that she has a website, pronoun she, her, hers. I know that she's trans. Here's a picture of her. It's a pretty dress. Cool. Amazing. I love it. What else can we find out? Well, she has 146,000 followers, and yet all of her posts are getting like between 1 and 10 likes. So either she was immensely popular a long time ago and has since done nothing, or she botted for those fucking likes, okay? Or for those followers. Because who fucking boy are these some ratios if you ever seen one? 2,000 comments to 82 likes on her pinned picture of herself just saying that she's fighting for LGBT rights. 339 comments to 6 likes. 38 comments to 1 like. 15 comments to 1 like. Not a single like. These ratios are amazing. They are incredible. They are beyond anything I've ever seen before in my entire life. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking. One time I saw a Twitter post of a guy saying that he has never been able to make a woman come, so he doesn't feel like they exist. He was like, I've never seen a woman orgasm. I don't think they exist. He got ratioed to hell. That's the only time in my entire life I've seen ratios this fucking bad. So, let us ask ourselves, my beautiful children, why? Why is this bitch getting ratioed? What's going on here? Why is this important? Well, let's take the same journey I took. So I woke up this morning, bright and early, 9 a.m. It's not really bright and early, but come on, I go to bed at like 2 a.m. every day. I woke up, I laid in bed on my phone, checking Twitter. You know, I was getting ready for a shower, gonna get up, getting my day started. And on my Twitter, I saw some kerfuffle because Blair White had posted a video. Last night, Blair White said that come today, she was going to be putting someone on blast or exposing someone, okay? So I wake up, and this morning, Blair White has put out a video on Jessica Yaniv. And boy, if it wasn't just Blair White, because the whole fucking internet now seems to care about this one person. And over the course of, well, an hour or so of research, I came to realize why this is an issue. Or I'm sorry, why they think it's an issue. Now, what I heard about her immediately was that she's a predator, that she's creepy, that she's like the stereotype of an SJW, that she's abusive and exploitative, that she's mentally ill, And then, because I got this mostly from right-leaning sources, disgusting, a creature, fake woman, delusional man, so on and so on. So I Googled her name, hoping to find some information on her that wasn't from fucking Twitter. And here are the sites that came up. The Post-Millennial, National Review, a blog site, The Daily Caller. So, here's the problem. When I want to learn something about a bad thing someone's done, and this is the information that comes up when I Google them, Canada's ball-waxing horror show is peak trans activism. A Canadian man is attempting to legally coerce women to wax a scrotum. I'm going to read the first paragraph, okay? Really quick. And I want us to sort of determine what level of validity we should assign to this article. Imagine this. It's 1990. A feminist novelist is pitching her latest book to a publisher. Set in a dystopian future in which a tyrannical ideology has gripped Western politics, it features female estheticians who have been dragged before a national kangaroo court for refusing to wax a man's genitals. The publisher worries that the story, about an outrageous affront on human rights, isn't plausible. She suggests something more realistic. How about a fascistic men who force women into reproductive slavery instead? Well, it's 2019. The Handmaid's Tale is still fiction, while Whack My Balls, Bitch is a real-life horror show. Alright, so if an article opens like this, I know that everything underneath it is dog shit. You could talk this way about anything. Let me describe parking tickets. Did you know that even if you legally purchase a vehicle, sometimes there are certain places, sometimes denoted arbitrarily, when, if parked there, the state can send a jackbooted thug over to place a demerit on your vehicle, indicating you are forced to give a portion of your wages to the state, or they will send armed guards to your place of residence and threaten you with death or take you into a cage, where you will be held until you are brought before a kangaroo court. You could make anything sound this way, okay? So fuck this article. This is so fucking stupid, okay? This is such a waste of time. So I'm gonna talk about Jessica. Can I just say Jessica? I always forget her last name. Who the fuck? Jessica? Yaniv. Jessica, okay? I'm gonna be talking about this bitch, alright? Because she did some fucked up stuff and it's bad, and I want to talk about it. But for fuck's sake, okay? Listen, this is like what it's for me, okay? Like, imagine I'm on stream, okay? I'm streaming, I'm memeing, I'm slapping, I'm clapping, and then someone comes up to me, and they're like, hey, Vosh, someone did a rape. A rape took place. And then I'll be like, oh, that's bad, you know? That sucks, wow. And then they're like, yeah, check out this article. And I look at the article. Fucking mud-blooded negroid justly lynched after forcing himself on innocent white lady. And then I'd look at that and I'd go, geez, you know, I don't know if this is the best source to be getting info on that, you know? I don't know. Is this... I don't know if a rape happened anymore. What if they kissed? But then I look more into it, and it turns out a rape actually did take place. The black guy raped the white woman. Why did you have to make it hard for me by making your... why'd you have to throw the racism in there? What? Why? That only makes it harder. That obfuscates the actual issue here. If you cared about the rape, you would center the rape and discuss the rape. But instead, you center... Okay. Instead of centering the rape, you center the fucking... I'll be moving soon and won't have to listen to anyone no more. Okay, guys? Instead of centering the rape, you center the fact that the guy's black. That's exactly what happened here. Jessica is a creepy, disgusting, delusional, mentally ill predator who I don't want associated with me or anyone I care about, okay? But because all these fucking articles front and centered transphobia, because all these people fronted their arguments against her with, this disgusting, delusional man creature forces his male genitalia onto the... Then I have no fucking idea what's going on anymore. Because these people lie all the time. Constantly they lie. All the time. If an article started that way, you would never take it seriously. Are you fucking kidding me? And they claim to care about this issue because this woman is a predator. And that's bad. But because they don't actually care about that, right-leaning people don't give a fuck about predators. You fucking kidding me? Donald Trump's enough. They backed Roy Moore. They backed Kavanaugh. They don't give a fuck about predators. What they care about is getting dunk points on trans people by using this fucking dipshit as an example. That's what they give a fuck about. They don't care about the predator shit. So that's why I'm here, okay? I am here for you because I actually do care about sexual predators. I'm here for that. Fuck that. It's bad to predator sexually. And I can give you that hot distilled, I can fucking jerk it and pump that load of steamy info straight down your fucking throat. Completely untainted. I give you the pure shit. Undistilled. No, wait. Distilled. Uncorrupted by the transphobia, by the dumb shit takes that you're going to get elsewhere. So join me, my friends, okay? Open up, crack that jaw open, all right? Press down your thumb to suppress the gag reflex. Let me give you some fucking information, okay? Jessica Yaniv is a... I'm virtue signaling? Yeah, probably. Jessica Yaniv is a transgender transgender woman who has described herself as a LGBTQ activist for quite some time. Apparently, she's been active online for 6 or 7 years. I'm not sure about the entirety of the extent of what she has done, of what protests she's gone to, how she positions herself in the broader activist space. All I know is how her behavior sort of leads up to this specific moment in time. So, the drama that started off here is that Jessica, here, let me get up the tweet that was sent to me by my beloved partner, Hyena, and the YouTube video that it links to. Yes, thank you. Love you too. So here is a 10-minute video that was recorded covertly at the BC Human Rights Tribunal following Jessica suing or reporting a home-operated salon esthetician when they wax the puss, you know?
Esthetician is just somebody who works on skin, so that's not right.
Okay, the pussy waxer, the pussy waxer, the pussy stripper, you know? Anyway, it was a home-operated salon that focused on that sort of thing, okay? Here's everything that happened, all right? So Jessica booked an appointment at this home salon, which previously had worked only with family and friends. The salon accepted. Then Jessica sent a picture of herself over, and the salon declined. The reason for that, and I'm like, we'll just be real here, okay? Being a trans woman, Jessica's quite clockable, and Jessica has, and we'll get to this, indicated that she has a penis. Now, the salon claims that they have only ever worked on vaginas. That is all they are trained to do. That is all they're experienced in doing. So they did not feel comfortable working on somebody who had a penis. So that is the so that's the extent of it. They work on vaginas. They're not. I mean, have you ever tried to wax like balls? I get it. There's a difference. Okay, there's a difference there. Okay, it takes a little bit more training. Anyway, the salon declined, simply saying that they just weren't comfortable working on that set of genitalia. So they did that, and then Jessica went ahead and said that they were going to be filing a complaint with the Human Rights Tribunal, which is a legislative body that investigates what would the British equivalent of our American like protected classes. Like, is there a discriminatory action that is taking place here against a protected minority? Let us find out. This video right here is a 10-minute segment from this Human Rights Tribunal. Let me activate desktop audio. I would watch it with you, except it's A, 10 minutes long, and B, it sounds like this.
Is it your evidence before this tribunal that you have a vulva, that you have external female genitalia?
I'm not gonna answer that, but I've said I'm intersex, and I'm not.
It's 10 minutes long, okay? I can summarize the conversation for you because I listened to its entirety after downloading it and manually editing out the worst of the audio so that I could listen to it properly without having to hear the fucking crackles, okay? It's fucking Canada, Vosh. Whatever, still ruled by the Queen. I don't give a fuck. What matters here is Jessica. Anyway, fuck England and Canada being two different places. Come on. Okay, so anyway, the gist here is that Jessica contends that the salon is violating her human rights and extending oppression against trans people and intersex people by refusing to perform that procedure on her genitalia. And the court asks if what genitalia Jessica has, and she never divulges that information. She's incredibly flip-floppy here. She says she has a penis, and she says that a vulva is the skin around the vagina, and then she says she won't divulge what she has, and then she's reminded she's under oath, and then she starts asking the other guy questions. It seems like, I'm going to be perfectly forthcoming with this, okay? She claims to be intersex, so that means that there are like components of both genitalia like present here. One thing that is certain, and we will get into this, is that she has a penis. This is my personal belief. If I was a salon pussy waxer, okay, who just worked from home, and I know how to work with vaginas, and that's what I know, and then I was presented with somebody who wanted me to wax a penis and that set of genitalia. That is a completely different procedure that requires different training and different experience. I do not think there is anything whatsoever intrinsically discriminatory about saying, hey, just so you know, I don't think that I am personally equipped to handle that sort of thing. I'm terribly sorry. No discrimination intended. And what's more, the salon owner claimed that Jessica was very, very disquieting in her behavior with the salon person, up to and including the point of being basically harassy behavior. Unfortunately, due to the litigious nature of Jessica, who has filed 14 such complaints to this point, that salon has had to close down. Now, so what does this hinge upon? Well, this hinge upon, in part, whether or not the claim that the person who operates the salon is right in declining that appointment because Jessica has a penis, whether or not that is legitimate. I personally believe that's legit. Penises and vaginas are different. They require different treatment. I think that's totally valid. There are myriad non-bigoted explanations one could provide for not wanting to wax a penis if you're familiar with waxing a vagina. I think that's totally valid, you know? But there's a secondary complaint here, and that's whether or not Jessica acted inappropriately when speaking with the salon manager, who to my knowledge has not leaked any of their text convos yet. Let's see if we can find other examples of Jessica being really fucking creepy with people. Now I click expertly to this other tab. Let's do this one, huh? So this one's floating around. This is a combination, a collection, one might add, a mosaic of screenshots of Jessica, Jessica's leaked messages on Facebook and her Twitter posts over the past few years. This is but a selection of them. Let me read them in a very biased and disquietingly predatory voice. So at the gym, do girls bear all? Do you see tits and pussy ever? By the way, she's like speaking to like another woman, like, hey, at gyms, like, do you get this? Have you ever seen a tampon string hanging out of another girl's thing? If she wants a tampon, though, should I give her one and instruct her on how to use it? She's referring to a 10 to 12-year-old girl here. She was like, what do I do if a 10 to 12-year-old girl asks me for a tampon? Like, would I go in the stall with her and help her? That sounds so weird. That was completely unprompted. Yes, these were sent to underage girls. That was completely unprompted, right there. In response to having gone to a gym, went really well. I expected more though. Only saw one girl in her panties. Here's a combo down here of her asking a bunch of underaged people how old they are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can go on her Twitter. Just search on her Twitter. It's all there. Is it weird to ask a 10 to 12-year-old girl with a pad or a tampon? I was really expecting to walk in and see girls with their boobs out. If there's like 30 girls in the changing room, how many of them would you say are there changing freely with their vaginas and tits out? Do girls openly insert/change their tampons when freely changing? Like when I'm in the bathroom and ask for a pad, like if I hear the girl in the next stall ripping one, obviously I know she's on it and probably has one, so I'll ask her. But when it comes to a change room and stuff, if I notice a girl that's nude has a tampon string coming out while I'm changing and doing stuff, is it weird to approach her and ask for a tampon or pad just to bond with her a bit? That ferry to the island, there's field trips with 10 to 12 girls on it each and every time. I'm in the bathroom and a girl asks me for a pad or tampon and potentially help on how it's used. If it's her first period, what do I do? So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna gingerly slide an opinion towards you, okay? You and I right now are opposite a table. It's dimly lit. There's but one fluorescent lamp hanging down 20 feet above the wooden table, and I'm sliding this to you. It's a set of documents, and you open the document, okay? And in bold impact font on a blank sheet of paper, it says, "This is fucking weird. This is a predator. This is predatory behavior right here." So I'm gonna break this down in a couple of ways. All right, we're gonna have some fun breaking this down. For one, what?
You've also brought up the pool thing, right? Because that's the next.
What?
The pool thing. With her inviting children to the pool.
Yes, I'm gonna get to that. Dude, come on. Oh,
I did.
Faye.
It seems relevant to bring up immediately.
Nope,
but...
we're getting to it. So let's discuss this, okay? So first of all, no. If you see underage girls with tampon strings hanging out of their pussies, you do not then walk up to them and ask them for a tampon as a bonding moment. No. For two, sure did seem like she just wanted to go into a gym to see naked underage girls. That just sort of seemed like the goal there. So that was cool. That seems to be a thing. At several points in these messages, she indicates, and there are other messages, this is just a few of them. There are other messages where she indicates that she herself needs tampons or pads for a period. She said, "I have like heavy flow at the beginning of the month." Okay. So there have been several correspondences that have been leaked where Jessica, this is more invasive than I'm typically comfortable going in, especially into like the genitalia of a trans person. But given that this is all being aired anyway, I feel like a perspective needs to be brought about from a left-leaning person. So Jessica has a penis. This has been confirmed. She has said so. She has indicated this. She has also claimed to be intersex, though she, at the Human Rights Tribunal, has not given any specific information on the extent to which she has any vaginal development. However, she has a penis, and the odds of her being able to have a functioning period while also having a penis, the odds of having two fully formed sets of genitalia, the penis and balls, and the vagina, vulva, and uterus. It can happen. However, I'm going to go with the infinitely more likely chance here, based on everything that I have seen from them, okay? That they're not well. They're mentally ill. They are delusional. Transphobic? No. There are crazy people out there. And if you let those crazy people dictate public perception of a movement because you're too scared to call them out on it, you're doing yourself an injustice. Everything about this person's behavior has come across wildly unhinged. As I speak, her interview on Alex Jones's InfoWars is no more than an hour old. She went on InfoWars, and in that discussion, which I heard live, holding the phone to my ear while grocery shopping an hour and a half ago, she sounded like the crazy one, talking with Alex Jones. She's not well. In my opinion, I think that she is a predator who has fetishized femininity, both in herself and in other people, and who has this like weird obsession with menses, both in herself and in other people. Does that mean she's not authentically trans? No, I have no position whatsoever on this. Whether or not she is or isn't trans is completely irrelevant and not capable of us to decide. We aren't capable of looking into her brain and deciding what her authentic, self-determined identity is. And it's not relevant. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Who the fuck cares if she's trans? She's a fucking creep. We should not let, like, fear of, frankly, calling crazy people crazy prevent us from marking like bad actors within our community. And I think that is what she is, frankly. I think that she is ill, and I think she is delusional, and I think that very unfortunately her brand of delusion is aligning pretty closely with the public perception of how trans women are. And for that reason, she is getting conflated. Now, I will say this, and this is important. I have not seen does this stigmatize the mentally ill, however? Yeah, probably. But that doesn't mean that you can't recognize when someone is being delusional. That's its own set of issues. Now, there is something worth talking about here, and that's this. I have not seen a single person on the left defending Jessica. Not a single person. I've seen a whole bunch of right-leaning people. Oh, why is no one standing up to condemn this behavior? Oh, why is nobody stepping forward? Why is no one from the trans community? Do you know the reason why? Because one trans woman acting like a dipshit is not the problem of the entire trans community. One trans woman acting like a fucking idiot does not speak poorly of the entire trans community. It's fucking irrelevant. What? Like, what? Because I'm like white or a gamer? Anytime like a white person or a gamer does something bad, I have to be like, oh fuck, I must now rise up to... Nah, fuck that. Absolutely not. You know the reason why when you Google Jessica Yaniv, right now the only thing you see is right-leaning rags talking about it? You know why you don't see left-leaning people condemning her? Because it doesn't fucking matter. She's a predator. Treat her like a predator. What, like every single fucking time a trans person does something stupid or disgusting, we have to step up? It's our responsibility every single fucking time to get on up there onto the fucking soapbox and say, oh, hey, they don't represent us. Obviously, nothing they're doing is intrinsic to trans people. Do you know how many fucking creepy reply guys I see in Twitter DMs or in Twitter messages underneath like e-girls that are 1,000 times as creepy as this? Do you know how many fucking people you've seen on your fucking Facebook feed? Creepy uncles, creepy fucking relatives, creepy friends doing this and worse. Nobody gives a fuck. And you know why? Because they're dudes. And dudes don't stand up there to go, hey, not all dudes are like this, you know. It's not necessary. Nobody fucking does that. If I Google right now, fucking Bill Cosby, I'm not going to get an equal representation of articles condemning Bill Cosby for rape and black community members standing up to say not all black people are rapists. You know why? Because people don't assume all black people are rapists, unless you're racist. Okay? That's not an assumption. That's not a tie that needs to be broken there. However, because people have succumbed to this idea, this completely fallacious idea, that trans women are all just predatory men in drag or whatever, we now have to step forward and defend this. This is nonsense. It's just a fucking predator. And the reason why we see this predatory behavior getting so delved into the transness of this person's politics is for no reason other than because right-wing rags want to take cheap shots at the transgender community using her as a fucking focal point. It's that simple. It's that stupid. There's no better explanation. That's it. And it's disgusting. And it's frustrating, because how fucking patronizing is it for one clearly delusional, disgusting predator, well, we're not done with her, by the way, to do something bad, and then for the entire fucking right-wing sphere to look at trans people like, oh, you're not gonna speak up and defend that? How fucking patronizing. What? Yeah, fucking trans ContraPoints on her fucking bat's phone. Oh, shit. A trans person, a fucking nobody, did something stupid. Well, I guess I have no choice but to write a fucking op-ed. Or to make a fucking video that comes out in exactly 1 day because all the right-wing rags literally just smear their greasy, unwashed cocks and balls over the fucking keyboard and hit enter until they reach the fucking minimum character level limit, and that's how they get their fucking articles out there. But we're not done. We're not done here, okay? Let's continue not being done. Jessica Yaniv, what the fuck is wrong with you, okay? Here is a left-leaning politician, Morgan Ogre, it's quite the last name, condemning her. From April 19th, here's from April 19th, a representative from the trans community with a good deal of clout condemning this person. This is a well-written and sympathetic article to explain the extent to which Jessica Yaniv's behavior was creepy and predatory and disgusting. Read it. I encourage you. It's called Preying on Children Makes You a Predator Regardless of Who You Are. What a phenomenal point. I agree completely. Thank you, Morgan Ogre. I like that, Ogre. I love it. We got hidden again? I don't fucking know. Okay. I'm not reading this fucking article for you guys. You go ahead and read it. It's a 9-minute read time, you lazy pieces of shit.
Can you link it in chat?
Yeah, here, have it in chat. Go, read. We can get some more. Here's the salon being forced to close due to her fucking overly litigious behavior.
Page not found.
Page not found? I'm literally looking at the page right now. Okay. I'll link it again. There you go. Here, right here, is the salon forcing to close. This home salon, run by a noble member of the proletariat, right here, had to close because this overly litigious bitch is accusing anyone who disagrees with her over anything of doing so in a transphobic manner. She called, right here, Da Silva, that's the name of the salon owner's, decision not to wax her genitals as neo-Nazism, has filed over a dozen complaints with the BC Human Rights Tribunal. So this, right here, very bad praxis, very bad example of how to advocate for the rights of your constituency. Da Silva said her refusal to wax Yaniv's genitalias because of safety concerns raised by her husband, alleged harassment on Yaniv's part, and discomfort carrying out a Brazilian wax on. They use the term male genitalia, I use the term penis. Easy peasy, simplest thing in the world, forced to close. Here's an exclusive from the admittedly shitty website The Post Millennial on a 15-year-old alleged victim of Jessica Yaniv speaks out. Let's now, okay, now the Post Millennial's a shit website. Let's scroll down and take a look at the actual source. Winky face. Lol. How old are you again? Tongue out face. 14. I don't know if I should, lol. Almost 15. I don't know. Why? 'Cause you're young, lol. And go further in. Can't I change in front of her? Lol. If you want. Lol, would that be okay if I did? Yeah, but it might make her uncomfortable. Ask her if it's okay if you can change in the room. Or should I wait to see what she does first? Sure. What do I do about my pads and stuff? Like, I haven't told her. This is a 15-year-old girl. Here's Jessica sending unsolicited pictures of her crotch and ass in women's jeans, asking how it looks. Here's when it turned overly sexual. Overtly. I'm sorry. I'm so, oh my god. You know, hungry. It rhymes with that. Torny. Smiley face. Why are you always so beautiful, lol? Did you ask me if I had big tits and a big ass on Anon? This is a 15-year-old girl, by the way. No. Oh, okay. I mean, the first thing, yes. The second thing, no. Yaniv called me a titty queen, asked me to marry him. At the time these messages were sent, apparently. She was not out as a trans woman. And I was only 15. He said he couldn't wait until I turned 16. Lol, but you're not 16. That means I can't do anything with you as much as you want that. Am I right? Nah.
I'm getting like physical discomfort.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this tampon out. Yeah, and take a pic of it, lol. No. Please? No. Then I can tell if you did it right. You weird fuck. Lol, please? I'd have to take a picture of my vagina to do that. Lol, no, just the tampon. So this is Jessica asking an underage girl to remove a tampon from her vagina and take a picture of the used tampon. For Jessica. Yaniv would send Rumpel, that's the last name of the alleged victim here, disturbing voice messages in an Elmo voice, saying things such as Elmo wants to fuck and Elmo loves pussy. In the final clip, Yaniv is heard saying, I love you, Jess Rumpel. Your boobies go up and down, up and down, up and down. And to cap it all off, because we're not done, recently, in the name of LGBTQ2BAPU equality, Jessica put out a notification slip encouraging, actually, let me see if I can find the actual fucking thing, because it's so good. Come on, Google. Ooh, Google, give it to me. Google, Google, Google. Give it to me.
Mom!
I want it. Yeah, here we go. Amazing. Amazing. Delegation request to appear before Township Council. So this is Jessica Yaniv, in the name of equality, again, asking for children aged 12 plus to come to a topless pool party where parents and caretakers will be prohibited from attending these events as they're safe and inclusive. So Jessica Yaniv wants to be the only adult at a children's pool party where they are encouraged to go topless after leaked messages where she said that women of this age she would approach and ask about their periods and tampon stuff. She wants to be the only adult there and that everyone else can be children, just her and the children. That's from July 22nd, yesterday. This is from yesterday. So, here we are. That's where we're at right now. So, Jessica is known to be litigious, which means that she sues pretty easily, and it probably means that I should throw some more allegeds in front of the things that I say here, but I'm not going to. Fuck you. Jessica is a pedophile, a predator, a serial harasser, a creep, and a disgusting piece of shit. And that fact holds true no matter where you stand on the political aisle. Doesn't matter that she's trans. It's literally not relevant. There have been people as creepy and creepier than her that are cisgender men. One of them is the President of the United States, who, again, walked in on the underage female beauty contest contestants while knowing they were changing. We can go into that some other time. Again, for the millionth time. So, yeah. There have been men who have done just this creepy. Her gender identity is not relevant here. What's relevant is that she's a creepy piece of shit. So please, my beautiful friends, I encourage all of you, for my sake if nothing else, fuck this person, give them all the shit in the world, and when you see right-leaning people doing the same, remember they're not doing it because she's a predator. Because they don't care if she's a predator. Right-wing people don't care about rape and pedophilia. What? No, they don't give a fuck about those things. They care that she's trans. And they care that such an obvious example of illness and predatory behavior emanates from a trans woman because it means they get dunk points on trans people. So, that's it. Have fun, my friends. Join in the internet discourse, and let it be known that us lefties disavow her with as much vitriol, but a much greater degree of sincerity than any right-leaning person doing the same.